Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of fun crafting. I have got some really cute cards to share with you today. We're going to be making one together, so feel free to craft along with me or sit back and relax and just watch what I have to share with you today. As everybody is finding their notifications that I've gone live, I'll just bring this up on my other devices. So bear with me while I just get that ready. Okay, iPad all set up and computer all good. I can see everyone's comments. As you're coming on live, say hi. I love to chat with you, so chat along with me. If you are watching the replay, leave a comment, and thank you all for joining me today. So if you're here live, you're going to see the red live button up in the top left-hand corner. If you don't see that, then you know that you're watching the replay. And over on YouTube, you'll definitely be watching the replay because I upload all of my Facebook Lives over to there, and that's where they live. So if ever you are looking for any past videos of mine, because Facebook only holds them for 30 days now on Facebook, I upload them all over to YouTube. So you can go over to my YouTube channel and find them over there. Just look for my name, Mandy Witherby, and you'll find my YouTube channel, and all of my videos are living over there for you when you are ready to go and watch them. So, how is everyone today? Good afternoon, Leonie. How are you? Lovely to have you here. How's everyone's week been? What have you all been up to? Let me know. We've been having some crazy storms. We actually had a morning storm. Well, it was probably around midday, actually, storm today. And over the weekend, we had some crazy weather. We had a really bad storm on, what day? It must have been Saturday it was, and hail, and yeah, really big hail too. So it's been crazy. Yeah, so, but it's sunny now. You wouldn't know we had a storm earlier. Really crazy. So what's everyone been up to? Let me know in the comments what you've been doing. I've only been a little bit under the weather the last week. I came back from on stage. You might remember last week I had, last Monday when I was filming, I had a really croaky voice, and I had some asthma, and my asthma sort of ramped up, and it hasn't been this bad for about 6 years. So, or probably more than that, probably more than 6 years. Been back on the nebulizer and on the prednisolone, so which is mucking up my tummy. So it's had a bit of a quiet week last week. I didn't do a whole heap. So took a little bit of time off to just look after myself. So I was just pacing myself, but getting better, and let's hope we can. I actually didn't take my puffer before I started, so let's hope I can get through this today without my puffer, and I haven't needed my nebulizer today so far, so that's a win. So it is improving, which is good. Hey Leslie, how you going? Great to have you here. So yeah, so you might notice my beautiful brooches that I'm wearing today, my Erstwhile brooches. This is my newest addition, my little Matilda bunny. She is so adorable. Oh, Matilda? Wait, was her name Matilda? Oh goodness, I meant to double check that. Now I forget. I can't remember what her name was. Might not have been Matilda. I might have that wrong. Hang on a minute. Let me look it up. And I've got my deer and my mallard duck, because we are going to be playing with these animals today in our projects. So I thought, perfect, I've got the perfect brooches, can't pick just one, so I had to triple brooch today. So that's always exciting. I don't triple brooch very often, but there you go. I am today. She is Maple, that's right, Maple the bunny, Maple the bunny brooch. And she is one of the newest releases in the Erstwhile collection. This one and this one were actually two that were designed. They're in different collections, but I'll just give you a little bit of background because people often ask me about my brooches. These two were a collaboration between Pete Cromer, who is an amazing Australian artist down in Melbourne, and he makes beautiful artworks, and he works a lot with paper, which is another reason why I love him. I love his designs. He makes beautiful artworks with paper, and then he photographs them and turns them into all sorts of things. I've actually got a coaster that is a Pete Cromer design, which is beautiful, and I bought some of these for my team members that came to On Stage as well, and they each got a different one. He's got a whole range of a whole heap of stuff. He's got books, notebooks and mugs, and he may even have some craft supplies. He's got all different sorts of things in his collection, and yeah, he's just an amazing artist. So if you're looking for a great Australian artist, look up Pete Cromer. He's very talented. And of course, he's got his little signatures on each of his pieces. There's usually a heart, and there's usually a lot of circles and geometric shapes sort of in the, well, I don't know if you'd say geometric shapes, but certain shapes. He's got a certain style. You know, artists usually have their certain style. I love his beautiful artworks. Anyway, so that's just a little bit, and I've got quite a few of his brooches, and Earthwalder often does collaborations with him a couple of times a year. And I usually buy some pieces from his collab because I love all of his pieces. Anyway, so that's a little bit about my brooches today, and I've got my little autumn leaf earrings to match because we're actually in autumn now. So here in Australia, it's autumn. We've just come out of summer. Leonie says, my garden was shredded by the hail. Oh no, your beautiful garden. Oh dear. Spent an hour yesterday morning sweeping up the backyard and 1.5 hours this morning doing the front yard. Oh, no. Oh, sorry to hear that, Leonie. It was crazy, wasn't it? I reckon it's the worst hailstorm we've had. I don't know. I feel like it was the biggest hailstones we've had since we've lived here. We've had other hailstorms, but I feel like the hail was bigger this time. Hey, Robin, how you going? Lovely to have you here. Hey, Leslie. Sorry, I might take several sips of water today because of my breathing. Hang on a sec. I've just got to move my little stand out of the way. Forgot to move that before. We want maximum space on the desk when we're crafting. All right. Well, it's lovely to have you all here, and hopefully some more will be joining us as we go along. But I'll jump into some of the news so we can get crafting because I'm so excited to play with this stamp set with you today. All right, so if you were following my social media last week, you will have seen lots and lots of news about On Stage. I still didn't get everything uploaded. There was so much happening. I'll probably keep filtering a few bits and pieces out here and there, but it was just an amazing, amazing time. But one of the big things, the big exciting news that everybody is excited about that came out of On Stage is that, you might have seen me highlight this last week, Paper Pumpkin is coming to Australia. It's actually being released in the South Pacific, so that's Australia and New Zealand, and also in the European market as well. So all the markets now where Stampin' Up are will all get Paper Pumpkin, whereas previously it was just in North America, and I'm not sure about Canada. I think maybe Canada may have had it too, but pardon me, now it's going to be going everywhere. So it's going to be available from the 1st of April, which is very exciting. Now, I'm still trying to get my newsletter out. I have been working on that, but because I've been a little bit under the weather with my asthma, I haven't got that finished, but I will put some information in there about it. But I do have a flyer here with information about Paper Pumpkin. Now, if you are interested in Paper Pumpkin, it's a little flyer. I will have some here in my studio for those that are coming to class this week. I've got 2 classes this week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. I will have some here for you so that you can have a look at those, or you can take one if you like. But Paper Pumpkin is a subscription. It's a monthly subscription, And there's several different ways you can subscribe. You'll be able to do that from the 1st of April. So you'll see all of the information come up. That's next Wednesday, because today's the 23rd of March. So from next Wednesday, you'll be able to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. So I'll put out more information and I'll put a direct link as well. If you shop with me, then you can go through my subscription link, which I'll put up. Yes, very exciting, Leslie. It is. We've been hoping for Paper Pumpkin for many years. And you might remember a few years ago, we had a couple of Paper Pumpkin boxes that came over just as samples that we were able to purchase, but it wasn't an ongoing subscription at that time because they couldn't get everything in place to do it. But now they've worked out how they can. So several years down the track. What else was I going to say about that? Yeah, there's different ways you can subscribe. So you can do a subscription where you just go month to month. So your credit card will just be debited each month. You can pause it at any time if you want to pause it. You can cancel it at any time if you want to cancel it. You can change the number of kits you're purchasing a particular month if you want an additional one for a friend or a loved one or something as a gift. You can purchase additional kits. There are add-ons that you can get. This first one, there's actually an add-on that's going to be available that will coordinate with the first 3 kits, so the April, May and June, and that's a set of dies. There's also going to be refill kits you can get, all the fun stuff. So you can go month by month. After your first one you receive, then you can pause at any time. So if you're going to be away or you decide you don't want one month or whatever, you can pause it for a month. And then there's also a 3, 6 and 12 month subscription where you can pay up front, and you know you're going to get those number of kits coming to you, but you do have to resubscribe again after that time frame. So after the 3 months is over, then you'd need to resubscribe again. Same with the 6 and the 12 months, and those ones you can't pause. And you also can't change your address once you've subscribed to those 3, 6 and 12 month ones. Whereas if you're doing the month to month one, which for me kind of works out, I think, better because you've got more flexibility with your account to be able to change things, but you can change your shipping address on the month to month subscription, which is great because if you are going away, but you still want your kit, you could actually have it sent to a family member or a friend, and they can hold it for you until you get back from your trip or, whatever. Or if you move as well, you can change your address. So yeah, so there's a few things about it. The cost of the kit has the shipping price included. So when you see the prices, just remember that the shipping cost is included in that price, which is awesome. So you don't have to pay that on top of. To subscribe, you have to do it through your Stampin' Up account. So if you're a customer or if you are a demonstrator, you just log in as you normally log into your account, and there will be a spot there. There'll be a promo that'll come up, I'm sure, that you'll be able to go into for all the information, and then you can manage your account through your Stampin' Up account, where you go in and you see all your details when it says hi Mandy or hi Leslie or whatever. You click on that for a drop down menu, and then that's where you can manage all of your subscription in there, I believe. So I've looked at all the info, but because it's not live yet, I haven't been able to play with it. So yeah. So that's a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. So watch out for that on the 1st of April. Now, the ordering window, I'll actually just tell you about this. The ordering window for Paper Pumpkin for this first one, because it's just launching on the 1st of April, the ordering window for this one is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, than typical, okay? Because you have to subscribe by the 10th of April to receive this one. Now, I'm not going to open this one yet until it goes live because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who is subscribing, because it's like we've had a little sneak peek, but I don't want to spoil the whole kit because it's like a surprise crafting box in the mail every month. So I'm not going to open the kit just yet. but I will open it in a couple of weeks and share that with you. So yes, you need to subscribe by the 10th. Billing starts on the 11th. And so if you don't subscribe before the 10th, you won't get the April kit. If you subscribe from the 11th onwards, then you'll get the May kit and so on. So yeah, so if you want that specific month's kit, then make sure you set up your subscription by the 10th of April. Otherwise, yeah, you'll get the next one. Okay, so I will remember to put all of that information in next week when it goes live. Hey Dimity, how are you? Lovely to have you here. All right, okay, so that's a bit about Paper Pumpkin. Now, another couple of things that are coming up is we have, and I haven't talked about this yet because there's been so much going on and on stage and all the things. We've got another virtual album retreat coming up. You might remember last year we had our first virtual album retreat, which was a 3-day event, and we created 12 layouts, which was absolutely amazing. It was fantastic. I learned a lot, learned lots of little tips and tricks that I'd never used before. It's coming up again, and it's going to be on the 30th of April to the 2nd of May. The kit is available for purchase now. You don't need to register for the event. When you purchase the kit, Stampin' Up will then email you with a link to the group where the event is going to be held, and then you'll be able to gain access that way. So you can already have a look at the kit, have a look at the contents of the kit, what it looks like. The layouts look like they're going to be beautiful. So you'll find that in the online store under Virtual Album Retreat. And the kit for it is called Happiness is Here Kit. I'll give you the code actually. I've got the code here. If you've got a pen, write it down. It's 168051. 168051. So you can either search by code or search by Virtual Album Retreat or Happiness is Here. It will come up if you put any of those things in the search bar. There's also a promo when you go into the online store, and you'll see it there. So if you just click on that, it'll show you more information. Okay, so that's really exciting. You do get a lot of product in that kit. Like there is a lot of stuff in there. So just be prepared for that, because it is a higher price point product, but you do get a lot in it. Plus you get the 3-day event as well, which is awesome. Now it's all recorded too. So if you have purchased the kit, then you'll have free access to all the recordings. Here in Australia, because it's a global event, here in Australia, the timings will be 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. However, that's very early for a lot of us. So, yeah, a lot of us will be watching on the replay because it's way too early to get up at 6 o'clock for scrapbooking. Although those diehard scrapbookers, they might want to get up at 6 a.m. and start scrapbooking, and good on you if you do. I might do it the first day, I don't know, but I think the other days I'll be watching the replay and definitely doing it in my jammies. So, yeah, so that's going to be really exciting. So the kit is available now. Make sure if you want to attend the retreat that you put your you put your order in early to grab that kit. There are only limited kits. I don't know how many there are, but yeah, you won't want to miss out. That's going to be really fun. So check that one out in the online store. You'll find all the details there. Okay, I have got a few things to share with you. First of all, I've got my March project tutorials still available. If you're interested in these, we've got 12 beautiful stepped up projects in this. Now you can get this 2 different ways. If you shop with me and you place an order of over $50, you'll get bundle number 1. And then if your order is over $100, you'll get bundle 1 and bundle 2 as a free thank you gift from me. But if you shop with another demonstrator, or perhaps you're a demonstrator yourself, you can purchase the bundles. They are $14 each. Is that correct? Yes, $14 each for the bundle. There's 6 stepped up tutorials in each bundle. This is a collaboration that I'm part of with demonstrators from all around the world. Lots and lots of talented demonstrators. And this is my project here. It's a little Easter project. Well, actually, it says for you, so it doesn't have to be for Easter, but it has got cute little bunnies on there. You can use it for Easter. So, yeah, so I wanted to let you know about that. If you're interested in those, I will put the link. I'll put all my links in the description in a minute. In the comments, and it'll be in the description on my YouTube channel. But you can also go to my website as well. Or you can contact me, send me a message, send me an email, and I can hook you up with that. Okay, I'm getting breathless. Let me take a sip and a breath. Hang on a sec. No, Dimity, the 10th is not too late to pay for Paper Pumpkin. So long as you, so what you'll do is you'll need to do your subscription by the 10th of 10th of April. And then they will start billing. So they'll start doing the debits from people's accounts from the 11th of April. Okay. So no, you'll be all good if you register. So you can register before that, or you can not register, subscribe before that, between the 1st and the 10th, but they won't actually debit your account until after the 11th. I think they've got like a week window where they do the debiting. If there's any problem with them trying to debit your account, they keep trying until a specific date, and then, they don't try anymore. And I think they cancel the subscription, and then you've got to because if people change their credit card numbers or something like that, or there's a problem with the credit card, then you just have to resubscribe. But no, so that's fine. So they won't bill you before the 11th. So that's fine. So feel free to subscribe prior to that, but know that they won't debit your account until after the 11th, or the 11th onwards. Oh, good. That was a good question, though. Okay. I've got a couple of classes coming up. I'm getting croaky. I don't know how my voice is going to hold out. We'll see how we go. I hope it holds out. I've got a class on Wednesday. I've got 3 hours of talking to do on Wednesday. Okay, so I've got my April cards and cookies available now. So this class, I've got 2 dates for you. We've got both the morning classes this time, but I've got a Saturday, the 11th, and a Tuesday. We're trying a Tuesday this month, Tuesday the 14th. I thought I'd try something a little bit different on a different day. These classes are based around the Stampin' Up kits from the kits collections. I've got a whole heap of kits, some of the newer ones as well, in my studio. So you pay the $45 to come. You can choose whichever kit you like from my studio. I think I've got about 13 or 14 different ones to choose from. And then you choose that kit, and that kit is yours. So whatever you have time to create in the class, you create. The rest you take home with you in the box that it comes in. The kits are great. They all come in these boxes, like the Paper Pumpkin boxes, but the kits collection boxes are the brown ones. And everything is there in the kit that you need to create the projects. The only extra thing you might need is a pair of snips if your kit has twine in it, but we all have scissors, right? So not a problem. Any subsequent kits that you buy in my class is $35 thereafter. So you pay $45 for the first one. If you want any additional kits, they're only $35, regardless of which kit it is. And registration for this, and if you just want the one kit, that's fine too. But you can purchase additional ones when you're here if you wish to. And the registration is going to close on the 28th of March. So I'd love to have you come along. These cards and cookies classes are really laid back, relaxed. They're a lot of fun. It's only a 2 short-hour class, so it doesn't take up too much of your day, but you get in some crafting time in there where you can just sit, relax, chat with other crafty people, and just enjoy some creative time where you don't need to think about it. Of course, with any of the kits, you can change them up however you like. You can extend the kit with other products you have at home. So much you can do with the kit. So you don't have to necessarily do them step by step as the instructions tell you to, but the instructions are there to make it really quick and easy for you. And especially too for people who might be new to card making as well, or crafting. So Dimity says, if 12 months, do you pay at once or monthly? Okay, so the month-to-month subscription just goes month to month and your account just gets debited each month. But if you do a 12-month subscription, you pay up front for the full 12 months, which is the same with the 3-month or the 6-month subscription as well. So there's 3 different options for the pay in advance one, the 3-month, the 6-month and the 12-month. So you pay in advance for all of those kits. So you do pay that one up front. But the pay-as-you-go one, the month-to-month one, they just debit your account every month or your card every month, for that month's kit. So rather than a big bulk amount. So it depends on how you want to do it. The 3, 6 and 12-month subscriptions, they're great for actually gifting to people too. So if somebody's got a birthday coming up or Mother's Day or when we come up to Christmas, they are a great gift that you can gift someone a 3-month subscription or a 6-month subscription, and they know they're going to be getting that box of goodies, that crafty goodies coming every month for that number of months, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, so hopefully that answered your question, Dimity. Feel free to ask any other questions if you've got any more, anybody. Sorry, excuse me, the medication that I'm on, strong steroids at the moment, and the medication's giving me a bit of reflux. So I've been feeling a bit yucky in the tummy, but it keeps on repeating on me too. So I've had that for the last few days. It's not fun. So if you see me doing that, that's just because I've got a little bit of reflux, but I'm all good. Okay, I've got another class coming up too. This one is a new one, and it's actually not a class. It's a craft and chat. I'm going to craft along with you for this one. This one is something a little bit different. It's the first time I'm offering this, basically opening up my studio for you to come and have a day of crafting with me. It's on Saturday, the 4th of April, which is Easter Saturday. And I thought, you know what? There might be people who perhaps don't have family nearby or don't have anything that they're doing on the Easter weekend, and they might be looking for something to do. And I want a bit of crafting time too, because to be honest, I don't get a lot of my own crafting time. I'm usually planning for Facebook Lives or planning for classes and things like that. So I wanted to have time to craft as well. So this is as much for me as it is for you. But I'm opening up my studio from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. You can come the entire day. You can come part of that day, whatever you like. It's $25 per person. You can bring a friend as well, and they can register as well, and they will pay also. So we are just going to, you're going to bring your own projects, all your own supplies and your kits. I will have my die cutting machines here, and I do have a heat tool as well. If you don't have one with you, you're welcome to use mine. But I'll have my die cutting and embossing machines. You're welcome to use those, so you don't have to lug those around because they're heavy. But pretty much, yeah, you just bring your own, all your own projects. You can work on whatever you like. Bring that along with you. Bring all of your supplies. Bring your lunch, because we're going to be having a full day. So bring your lunch, bring some snacks, and I've got tea and coffee free flowing for you. This one, the registration is going to be closing on the 30th of March. So so I'd love to have you come along and craft with me for the day. So if you'd like to come and utilize my studio and get together for a relaxed crafting day with like-minded people where we can just chat, relax, craft, enjoy time together, and just work on our projects, on our own projects, then I'd love to have you come and craft with me. So come along and join us. We would love to have you. I will pop all of those links up in the comments. I see your question, Ruth. I'm going to answer that in 2 secs. But before I forget, let me just grab my links and catch my breath at the same time. Okay, let me find it. Okay, so all of the links are here in my link tree. I've just popped that in the comments. So if you'd like to register for any of those classes, if you want to order my, so I've got the 2 classes on offer. Well, this one's a craft and chat. It's not actually a class, but this one's a class based around the kits. This one is just a fun craft and chat day. I've got the tutorials there as well. My link for subscribing to Paper Pumpkin will be up on the 1st of April because I can't get the link until it goes live. So that'll be up then. Ruth asked a really good question. Can you pause the 3, 6 or 12-month subscription? No, you can't with those ones because they are a prepaid subscription where you're paying in advance. So those ones can't be paused. The only one that can be paused is the month-to-month as you go one. Okay, so that was a really good question. Thank you for asking that question, Ruth. The other thing is too, the last thing before we get crafting is the beautiful new catalogue. Check out my catalogue now. Look at all these colours. Oh my goodness. So this year I did my wish list a little bit differently. Normally I have all my wish list items along the top, but I kind of got carried away and I started sticking them down the side. Look at them all. This is my wish list. Oh my goodness, my shopping list and wish list. Some of these will be purchased tomorrow because as demonstrators, we can start pre-ordering from this catalogue tomorrow, the 24th of March, which is very exciting. And up here is my tabs for where to find things. So normally I have them around the other way, but I needed more space because look at all these beautiful things. This catalogue is amazing and the layout is so much easier to find things. Stampin' Up has listened to us. They've rearranged how everything is laid out in the catalogue and it is so much easier to find things. All the suites are bundled together. All the bundles are bundled together. All the stamp sets are bundled together and the dies and the tools and the inks and all the DSP is all bundled together. So you'll be able to find things much more easily. Now in this catalogue, if there is a product that perhaps might be part of a suite, it's going to feature in the suite section as well as in the individual product section. If it's part of a suite and it's a bundle, then it's going to be in the suites as well as in the bundle section, as well as in the stamp section and as well as in the die section. Well, the stamps will be in the stamp section, the dies will be in the die section as well. So you'll be able to find it in multiple places. So if you're looking for it, it'll be awesome. And there's a fantastic index, really easy to read in the back. You're going to love this catalogue. It's fantastic. We've got all of our tools in there, all of our colours as well towards the back. So you'll be able to get the whole colour. You'll be able to see all of the products in all of the colour families, stamps, ink, paper, or not stamps, sorry, ink, paper, colouring tools, all the things. Lots of new products in here. We've got a brand new black ink that's coming. That's a hybrid ink. So we'll be able to use it for watercolouring and for colouring with alcohol blends. So we'll just need the one black ink now, not the two, which will be awesome. Got the new in colours coming. So many things. So if you would like one of these catalogues, you can request yours. I'm actually ordering some catalogues tomorrow. I can order these tomorrow and start sending them out to my customers. So check my links as well because there will be a link there for you to request one of these brand new beautiful catalogues. So definitely check that out. If you already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia, I'm just going to double check that I do have my link. Oh, yes, I do. So this is the May to August 2026 catalogue. It's no longer an annual catalogue. It's just going to run from May till August. Each of our catalogues are going to have that 4-month cycle. And so there won't be any overlap between catalogues. There might be the main products, like your core products, they will follow over into each of the catalogues. So you'll always be able to find them, which is great. And there might be some other products that follow over, but there'll be new products as well in each of the new catalogues. Does anyone have any questions about the new catalogue? Demonstrators can start getting their catalogues from tomorrow. What you'll do is when you place your next order from tomorrow, the 24th of March, you'll be able to redeem your catalogue and put it in your shopping cart. You will get a pop-up coming up on your screen. So you just add it to your cart and they will put it in your catalogue, in your order with your order, and it'll come in your delivery. They don't automatically send them out anymore. They send them in the box with your next order. Okay. Hey, Jenny, how you going? Lovely to have you here. Oh, it's just spitting with rain there. Is it? Oh, is it very dry down there? You badly need rain. Okay, wow. We just had some really bad storms over the last few days up here, Jenny, in Western Sydney anyway. I think the hail and the bad part didn't actually get to the city. It stayed sort of central or like west. But yes, we had another little storm this morning as well with a bit of rain too. I'm trying to read these comments and I haven't got my glasses on, so hang on, let me just have a look. Are the current products in the current annual hang on. Julie's asking, are any current products in the current annual catalogue carrying over into the new one? There are some products that are carrying over into this one. Now, I don't know if they're actually from the annual catalogue or another catalogue or online exclusives, but I know that some of the dies, some of your standard shape dies are carrying over and they are in this catalogue. There's a couple of stamp sets and bundles that are carrying over into this one. And basically the tool, like the, you know, your big tools and things like that. Oh, and something exciting. Guess what else is in the new catalogue? The new Stampin' Positioner. You'll be able to order that when the new catalogue goes live because it's in the catalogue, which is awesome. So that's going to be fantastic. And the glass mat is also in there too. So if you're still wanting to purchase a glass mat, they are still available in the online store. They were on low inventory last week, actually. Let me just see if they're still on low. I'll catch my breath again while I do that. Let's see. Okay, so the glass mat is currently out of stock. So it's non-orderable at the moment, but they are coming back in because they are in the catalogue. So they are carrying them on. They're just out of stock right now. But if you are looking for a glass mat, you can click on the product and you can, there's an option there where you can ask Stampin' Up to email you when they become available, and then you can pop it in an order. So that's a great way of, if ever there's a product that's unavailable, we now have that option where we can register that we want Stampin' Up to email us to let us know that it's back in stock, so we can pop it in an order. So I love that function. I've used that a few times. It's really great because then you know you can grab stuff as soon as it comes back in stock. Yes, so there are a few things that are carrying over, Julie, but there is the majority of stuff that is new in this catalogue. I think too, because I can't show the inside of the catalogue yet until it goes live. This one's actually going to go live to customers on the 5th of May. But as I said, as demonstrators, one of the demonstrator perks is we get to order product early, and it's usually about 6 weeks early now before the catalogue goes live. So if you don't want to wait, then feel free to come and join my team because you can pop some of these products in your starter kit right now. Well, not right now, from tomorrow. You can, from tomorrow. And you'll be able to get some of those new products now rather than waiting all the way till May. And if you did want to do that, you get to choose $235 worth of product to put in your starter kit, and you only pay $169 for it, and you get free shipping on that order as well. So, yeah, so if you join now, that is the deal that is happening now. What was I looking for? I forget. I went to the catalogue to have a look for something. I was talking about something. I don't know what it was. So a lot of the tools are carrying over. Like the major tool, the main tools. Not as much ribbon, which is sad because you all know I love my ribbon and bling. Not as much ribbon in this one. However, we still have the online exclusives, so there will still be ribbon around, but there's not as much in this catalogue. But there's still quite a few embellishments. But again, there's all of that stuff on online exclusives. I can't remember what I went here to look for. Something. Oh, I think it was so some of the couple of the punches are carrying over, or a few. Actually, there's quite a few punches that are carrying over, Julie. There's a couple of, oh no, they're new. I was going to say embossing folders, but no, they're new embossing folders. Some of the dies, like your standard shape dies, your Spotlight on Nature, Stylish Shapes, Everyday Arches, Nested Essentials, they're carrying over. Party Alphabets. Gears and Textures is carrying over actually into the catalogue. party banners, perennial postage. There's lots and lots of new ones though. Yeah, they're the main ones, I think. And in terms of stamp sets, I think there was only the Nature Symphony and the Gears one. Simple Alphabet. Simple Alphabet is, I think is that current or new? That's a new, that got released in the online exclusives this time, I think. With this last release in March. It's in there, so that's carrying over. But yeah, the majority of everything else is new. So that's exciting. As I said, look at my wish list. All of these things. Beautiful, beautiful things. But I'm really pleased that some of those real staple shaped dies are carrying over, which is awesome because they're ones we use all the time. All right. So that's all the newsy news. Are snips in there at all? No, they are not. But I believe that they are coming. Don't know when, but they're not in the catalogue. So they are probably going to be an online exclusive. So I would say, hey, Chitska, lovely to have you here. But they are coming. So that is a little sneak peek for you. There's no date on those yet, though. So I'm not sure when they're arriving. Not in the May release, I don't believe. But yeah, hopefully should be very soon. But there are some, I don't know if they're exactly the same as the old ones, but scissors of some sort. Stampin' Up are bringing them back. So we'll have some soon. Let me just double check the other questions. Dimity was asking, how do you order the add-on kits for Paper Pumpkin? That's a really good question, Dimity, because I haven't seen how that part of it works yet. But I think once you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, then you get those options that will be available. So they'll pop up in your Paper Pumpkin account. Oh, the other thing I must say too is with Paper Pumpkin, my tummy is grumbling. It's not happy today. With Paper Pumpkin, it is in a separate order to your, when you normally go in and you add in the products that you want in an order and they all come together. Paper Pumpkin is like a separate entity of its own. So it's on a separate sort of ordering system within the online store. So you'll see it all when it goes live, you'll see. So you'll get all of those options in your Paper Pumpkin account, Dimity. So I just don't know what exactly that looks like yet because I haven't seen it. Jenny, Dimity says she's going to send you down some rain. Phil said that you can come to my class, Dimity, but you'll need a boat to get to Sydney. Start paddling. Might take you a while. All right, well, how about we get crafting onto our project? I've been chatting for such a long time today. There was so much to tell you about. It's all very exciting, but I have a beautiful, beautiful project that I want to share with you today. And we are going to be using some of those staple dies that we talked about. And guess what we're playing with today? The product of the month for March, which is the Notes of Spring stamp set. This is so adorable, this stamp set. And I know you're seeing it back to front, but in a moment when I tip the camera down, you're going to see it around the right way. So this stamp set is the product of the month. That's a new incentive from Stampin' Up that started back in December, I think it was. And each month they're putting out an exclusive product that is only available for that month or while stocks last. Sometimes if there's still stock last, it might carry over for a little while. But in order to get this stamp set cost me $9. Well, actually, as a demonstrator, it cost me less because I get my discount on that too. Because that's another perk of being a demonstrator is we get a discount on all of our products. So that's pretty awesome. This for customers, this costs $9 when your order reaches $125. Then you can choose this, or you can choose any of the past product of the months if you haven't already chosen them. So each product of the month can only be redeemed once per person. So because they are in limited numbers. So we're going to play with this one today and it is beautiful. So I had my first little play with it this morning while I was designing for today's class. So I'm going to tip the camera down onto the desk, stop talking for a minute, catch my breath, and we'll get ready. Here we go. Okay, tightening everything up. Getting everything level. Let's just check that's level. Nope, not quite. I'm using my little tiny spirit level. It's so handy, this little thing. All right, we'll do a flippity flip and a zoomy zoom. There we go. Oh, haven't got camera quite straight. There we go. Now, let me just put that there and see. I think we need to zoom out just a little bit. I think we came in a bit close. Now it's not going to let me. Come on. Back you go. Go back a little bit. Oh, there. How's that? How's that looking, everybody? Not quite in the middle either. So I'm going to just move my stand over. I'm just going to bump it for a minute. Hang on a sec. Doesn't slide so well on this desk. And it's quite heavy. There we go. That's in the middle now. Ish. Middle-ish. That'll be okay, won't it? How's that look, everyone? What do you think? Does it look okay? All right, adjust the lights. So who's got this stamp set? Has anybody else got this one? Has anyone redeemed this one yet? It's so beautiful. I'm going to take it out of the packet so that you can see. I love these new packets, by the way. They are so great for storage. My goodness, I can fit so many more stamps and dies up on my shelf. Usually, I used to have my dies stored in a separate place, but now I can fit all of my dies up on my shelf next to my stamp sets. Oh, and I've got a new tip for you about doing the tracing of the dies as well. So this is the stamp set. Now, I have traced around each of my stamps so that I know where they go back on the sheet so I can fit them all back on because they don't come with that outline on them. I've shown you before how to do this. We took so they come on a stiffer piece of acetate and then there's this lighter piece of plastic over the top. And usually what I was doing is I was peeling that off. I was taking my fine tip Sharpie and I was going around the stamp like that, tracing onto this part. But what happened last time was this Sharpie ran out. This is actually a new one. This one ran out and I had to use my thick one and I made a mess of one of my stamp sets and I got so much of the Sharpie on the outside edge of my stamp, which doesn't alter how it works. It just didn't look very pretty. So the other day so I went and got some more fine tip Sharpies when I could get to Officeworks. And then just the other day, I saw somebody else do it and I thought, what? That makes so much sense. Why did I not think of that before? What you do is you don't take the plastic off, flip the whole thing over and trace on the back here. Just trace around there. And then the ink your Sharpie doesn't get onto your stamps. Genius. Don't know why I never thought of that before. But anyway, there you go. Sometimes it's just those simple little tips. Oh, you haven't purchased any of the product of the month yet, Leonie. Oh, you might like this one today then when I show you. Okay, so the Notes of Spring stamp set. The stamps are a little bit bigger than the size that you see on the imagery here. Let me just move my keyboard out of shot. We don't need to see that. Yeah, so they're a little bit bigger than what you see here, but it's a two-step stamp set, which is awesome. But if you want to just use the line art and just do your own colouring with your own favourite colouring mediums, you can do that too. You've got some beautiful sentiments for different, especially for you. Like that is so generic. You can use that for anything. And then you've got a little note of thanks and happiest birthday wishes. So 3 great sentiments. You've got some backgrounds here as well. They also have some two-step stamping. You've got your deer, your duck, and your little bunny, like I'm wearing on my brooches today. And then you've got some greenery as well. You've got these bits here as well, which can be used with the greenery as a two-step stamp, or you might want to use them as added texture or added grounding for your little animals. And then you've got this beautiful one here. So I'll pop those over to the side for a moment and I'll show you some of the samples that I created today. So I was having a little play today with all of these. So this one first, I'll show you this one. This is this one here. So this one here with this then stamped over the top. I stamped that off first so that the colour piece. But you end up with this beautiful little, and I was just sort of making a little border, but you can use that for backgrounds. You can use it as it's just like a little floral flourish. Really, really pretty. And I thought, how beautiful would that be as a border on your project? So these were just my little samples. And then I was practicing with each of the stamps, trying different colours, different colour combos, different colouring mediums. So these two are two-step stamped. This one I stamped and then coloured the little rabbit with Stampin' blends. This one is two-step stamped and I used the blender pen, which I've now put away. Hang on a second, I'm going to grab that. And I'm also going to grab my other power cord. Hang on 2 secs. Where is that now? Sorry, my iPad's about to die, so I need to plug it in. Hang on a sec. Bring an extra extension cord over. Hang on a minute. I didn't have that charged up today. Thankful for all of these extra power cords. Hang on, let's wrap that around there and we'll tuck that in there. Plug her in. There we go. We are all good now. Yes, so blender pen. So blender pens work for doing watercolor effects. So I used the two-step stamp and then I watercolored it with the blender pen, but I overworked it a little bit on this one. So I didn't kind of get the desired, and I think I let the ink dry a little bit too much before I started playing with it, with the blender pen, because it was a bit of an afterthought. So it didn't go quite so well. So I think I would need to work it like a bit quicker. And then this little ducky, this one's two-step stamped. This is just stamped off, early espresso. And then I used basic beige. So it was a little bit lighter, but depends on the look you're going for. But this little ducky, I was trying to do colours like a mallard duck, but I didn't kind of get the colours quite right. But just having a little play with the watercolour pencils and the blender pen. So, of course, with the watercolour pencils, if you use a water painter, you would get a different effect again, but you would need to use Stays On ink or our new hybrid ink when that comes in the new catalogue. So, yeah, and just playing with the greenery and some different colours and stamping off and just, yeah, having a little play. So I love to do that when I get a new stamp set. I don't always get a chance to do that, but today I thought, you know what, I'm going to play with all of this and, yeah, see how I like it. So they're my little sample pieces. And this is the card that I created this morning. So let me know what you think. How gorgeous is this little deer? So sweet. So I had a sketch idea that I used, and then I went from there, and then I just added to that and created this. I've used some Designer Series paper. It is the Floral Charm Designer Series paper. I sort of had a look on my shelf to see what I had that I thought would work well with sort of the nature theme, and I still have a lot of this paper in the pack, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use some of that. So that's what we've used for today. The extra dies that I used for this one is the Stylish Shapes. I've got the Nature Symphony dies. These ones are carrying over into the new catalogue for the leaves. And then I've got the Party Banner dies, which I don't use anywhere near enough, but I've used that for the banner, and I'm going to show you how to extend your banner to get that longer. But you can keep it simple. You can use a punch for the circle. Oh, also too, just for the ends of the banner, I use the 3 banner punch. But you can keep it really simple. If you've got whatever circle die, use that, or a circle punch. You can cut your own square if you don't have the dies. You can banner this piece yourself with just snips. And then just use whatever leafy sort of dies you have as well. I feel like the camera is zoomed out a lot. Is it zoomed out a lot for everyone? Should I zoom it in a little bit closer? I feel like it's not close enough in on the project. Let me see if I can just zoom that in a bit. If it will let me. It's very finicky when it's zooming. There we go. How's that? Is that a bit better? You see that a bit better now? Did that make a difference or not? A little bit. Oh. Let me know how that is. If you want me to come in a little bit closer, just let me know. I can zoom it in a little bit more. So what do you think? Do you like that? Now, what I thought we would do is change it up a little bit, because I could show you how to make this one exactly. Zoom in a bit more. Okay, I will. We could make this one exactly, but I'll put up the photo of this one so you'll get to copy it if you want to copy it. I'm going to show you how to do the same layout, but this time we're going to use the bunny. I'm going to use the little bunny this time. And we're going to use a different piece of paper from the paper pack. In fact, we're going to use 2. And so we're going to use a different base as well. So I'll show you. Oh, it is better, Leonie? Okay, good. Okay, I won't zoom anymore. I'll leave it where it is. So let's get started on this project. It's really, really lovely. All right, I will have all of the measurements for you on my blog this week. Don't ask me what day, because I don't know. In the next couple of days, it'll be on my blog. So we are using the same paper pack, the Floral Charm. I'll show you some of the paper in here. It's a really pretty paper pack, this one. So we're using this one today, and this is the one that I used on the first one. Then I've got lots of bits and pieces in here. This beautiful one with the roses, that's gorgeous. And then on the back, you've got that beautiful, pretty peacock. This one, I love this. This really lends itself to like a vintage sort of card, I feel. I haven't done anything with this one yet, but I've been wanting to, but haven't had a lot of time. This is the one we're using today. That's just the second piece of it. And then this one as well, really pretty. Love the purples, the fresh freesia and the blues in there as well. And you've got pretty peacock in there as well. Beautiful blues on the other side. And then this one, I don't know what sort of flowers these are. Does anyone know? They're really pretty though. Love all the purples and pinks. Purples and pinks really are me. That's what I love. Funny thing is, I don't wear a lot of purple and pink. I didn't show you the back of these two. So we've got the green on that one, and this one's got this one on the back, which we're using that one as well today. I don't wear a lot of pink and purple, funnily enough. I tend to wear a lot more, I don't know, I wear a lot of different colours, I suppose, but I tend to go more for the neutrals in clothing. But in terms of creating, well, I'm using neutrals again today, really, aren't I? But I do love pink and purple. Okay, so we have got, I'll pop this one over here. We've got a card base of crumb cake this time. On my original card, we had Mossy Meadow, but this time I'm going to use crumb cake because I thought the crumb cake went beautiful, or beautifully, with this piece of designer series paper. So this piece is cut at 10.1 centimetres by 14.45. I've still got my square that I cut. I did all the die cutting earlier so that it would save time, but it's the largest square from the Stylish Shapes dies. That's just cut in Mossy Meadow. And then I've got the, which circle was it again? The third largest circle. So 1, 2, 3, die cut in white, basic white. I've cut some of the DSP that's on the back of this one actually. So it's that one. we've die cut that with one of the banners from the birthday banners, the party banner dies. And I've used the, which one did I use? The 4th smallest banner. Okay, so the 4th smallest, so it's quite small. We are going to extend this though. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I've cut the leaves in Mossy Meadow from the Nature Symphony dies, and that coordinates with the Nature Symphony stamp set, which is really beautiful. So we've got dies from that, and then I cut a label. This was a spare one that I had, which I might end up using today, we'll see. But I had a spare one that I didn't use this morning. But this little strip is 1.2 centimetres wide by 6.7 centimetres long. But depending on which sentiment you want to use from the set, I'm probably just going to use the same one, the Especially For You. Okay. Which DSP is this, Dimity? This one is the Floral Charm. It's called Floral Charm. The code is 166125. 166125 Floral Charm, designer series paper. Oh, you were on the phone to your daughter when I was talking about the Paper Pumpkin add-ons. Yes, so it'll be, all of that will be available once you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It'll be in your Paper Pumpkin account. You'll be able to access it all through there. Yeah, I did explain that. Feel free to go back and watch the replay if you need to. All right, so we're going to start off with our stamping first, and then we're going to put everything else together, and I'm going to show you. We're going to be doing some inking. We're going to be doing a little bit of soft blending, but these are the colours that we're using today. I've got Pecan Pie, Crumb Cake, Mossy Meadow, and I do have Early Espresso as well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be ending up using that one, but we're definitely using the first 3. Okay. I've got a blending brush. I've got some daubers. I've got my blocks ready. We've got some linen thread and some very beautiful pressed flower motifs, which I still had heaps of them in my embellishment box, and I thought, you know what, I need to use those up, and they looked perfect with this because they go with all the natural sort of themes. Okay, so let's get started. We'll do our stamping first. I'll bring in my little piece of grid paper. I've just got a little offcut here. We are stamping in, so we played with a few different colours. Well, I played with a few of the different colours, and then Amber also had a little play with some different colours, but I decided to go with the colours that I used with the deer, which is Stamping in Pecan Pie. I will need to get my stamp. That will be helpful. So we need our little bunny stamp. Now, you can use this for Easter if you send Easter cards. Easter is coming up pretty soon, though, so you'd want to be getting it pretty quickly. Or you can just use it for any occasion. Doesn't have to be for Easter, because rabbits are just cute all year round. So it doesn't have to be for Easter. All right, so we're going to stamp our little bunny in pecan. And I'm just going to put bunny just there in the middle. There we go. Let's just ink that off, and I'll give that a clean straight away. I washed my chamois today. So who washes their chamois? I always rinse my chamois every week, usually once, sometimes twice a week, depending on how heavily it's being used. But on occasions, I also give it a good wash too. And this one was, when I opened it up this morning, I thought, oh my goodness, that is getting so stinky, that needs a proper wash. So I just put a little bit of dishwashing detergent in the kitchen sink, and I just soaked it, and then I just like scrunched it in the water a few times. I had already rinsed all the ink out of it. And then rinsed it out with clean water until it came clean. And now it smells beautiful again. It's still stained, of course, but it smells really lovely and doesn't smell musty and gross anymore. All right, so we are going to do the colour fill or the solid shape in Crumb Cake. And we're going to do some stamping off using second generation is what we call when we stamp off. So ink your stamp up, tap it quickly on scrap paper and then onto your project. And we've got a perfectly coloured little bunny. Now this one, because of the artist impression, it is a distinctive stamp, so not all of the image is coloured. You've got the light and shade in there, which is what we want, which is awesome. So look at that. Isn't that just so cute? But really cute colour as well for a little bunny. I actually was walking with my family just recently, and we went past, we were down by a lake. There were some houses down there, and there was some bunnies in someone's backyard, and we stopped to look at these bunnies, and the lady came out to feed them actually, and they were just roaming in the backyard, but you could see them like through the fence. There was chicken wire so that they couldn't get out, and oh, they were so cute and adorable, and we just stood there for ages looking at these bunnies. They were really cute. All right, now we're going to use a little bit of early espresso, and I'm going to take another sip of water because I can hear my voice getting croaky again. I'll come back to the sentiment in a minute. Okay, Mossy Meadow. And, oh, why did I put them over there? So for the greenery on this one, I'm just going to use this one here, the big tall grassy one. You could use the tall one, you could use a combo of the tall one and the small one. You could use the colour fill stamp, whichever ones you prefer. Put this back in here and put this one on here. There we go. And these are all going to be stamped off because I don't want them to be too heavy. I'm just going to put a little bit of greenery around the bunny. Give him a little bit of, oh, I could have stamped that one in a bit further. That's okay. Just got to remember to stamp off each time. And I'll do these at some sort of angles so they're not all going exactly the same way. There we go. I might just come in over here with a little bit more just to bring in a little bit of green around our little bunny friend. Cute. And just to fill this in a little bit here, I just might put another one of these ones sort of here. There we go. So you can, yeah, play with that as much as you like. But yeah, really great little fill stamp, this one. Now, we are also going to be doing some stamping with that one on this green piece. So we're going to put Bunny aside for a moment. And we're going to be doing the same, but this time we're not stamping off. This time we're just stamping full strength. And we're just going to be stamping these, I don't know what's, oh, I didn't stamp that very well, did I? That's okay, we're going to cover that up. Reeds or, oh, I did it again. I'm rushing, that's why. I don't know if they're reeds or some sort of grasses, or somebody might know what these look like. What do you think these look like? So just stamp them all over. You can come in with the small one as well, if you wish, just to fill in a little bit. So there's a little one as well, which is, so I've just used this one, but there's this little one as well. And you can fill in with these as well if you want to, but because we're creating sort of a background here, we don't really need to do the extra infill. But I might just add these in here. Not that we're really going to see them much anyway, but we are going to cover up a lot of this. Just add one in there where I botched that up, and we could put another one here where I botched that one up. There we go. Okay, so we've got a little bit of greenery. So you can just set that on there then and just see how that looks. Yep, that looks great. we've got, I might add a little bit over here. There we go. Yep, good. Happy with that. Okay. Really quick and easy, hey? Really quick and easy. Just always make sure you've got your scrap paper there so you can do your stamping off. All right, and give these a clean and then dry them off on our paper. Oh, a little bit of something on there, a little bit of fluff. Got it. Now we got it clean. Took a couple of goes. It's all good. All right. So that's the stamping of those two. Now we'll do our sentiment. And I think I'm going to keep it in the same colours. I think I'm going to do, or will I do, no, I think I'll go with the pecan pie. Well, we'll stamp it anyway. We can always decide later if we want to use pecan pie. You could also use crumb cake. That will be a nice soft colour. And I'll stamp the especially for you again because I like that one. We can use that for lots of different occasions. It's a very universal sentiment. Now, I'm going to put my glasses on for this one because it's a fine little piece. There we go. Must be too, oh, Dimity's saying must be too much usage here on NBN. Everything is dragging on. Oh, is it lagging a little bit, Dimity? Just try refreshing. See if that helps. Go out and come back in. There we go. Look how nicely that stamps. It's beautiful. Reminds me of the old typewriter script almost, doesn't it? Stamps so beautifully, that sentiment. Okay. That one clean. Is it lagging for anybody else or is it just, because I'm just wondering, is it my end or is it your end, Dimity? Could be either. Who knows? All right, so now we've got all of our pieces done. We're going to do a little bit of inking. You all know I love doing my inking. So we're going to bring in some crumb cake. We're going to bring in, actually for this one first, we're going to do a little bit of Mossy Meadow. So we'll do that first. We'll do the mossy on this one first. Just put that over that side. So I've just got a sponge dauber here. We do sell the sponge daubers in packs of 5. They are one of the products that are going up in price in the new catalogue too. So if you love sponge daubers or perhaps you want to get some sponge daubers, would be a good time to get them now before they go up in price. So just going around the edges, just to add a little bit of a ink border around that. Just distressing all of the pieces today with some ink. Just doing a bit of ink distressing. You might not notice it too much on this one because I've already done a lot of stamping near the edges. But it does just make a little bit of a difference. Okay. Oh, your end is good, Leonie? Okay, no worries. It might just be Dimity's internet. That happens sometimes, doesn't it? All right, now we've got our crumb cake. Now, what we're going to do with our crumb cake is a couple of different things. I'll bring in my crumb cake dauber. You'll notice with all of my daubers, I put a little label on them, and then I wrap a piece of sticky tape around the label because even though the labels are paper labels on my Dymo machine, they do tend to still want to peel off the dauber because the dauber is very smooth and shiny. So I just wrap a piece of sticky tape around it as well. So we're just going to go around the edge with some crumb cake ink and distress this one. We want lots of neutral tones today. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is, we'll come back to that bit. We are going to snip the ends of this one. Now you'll notice I've just got a really skinny rectangle there. I could have done the whole sentiment in this piece. I could actually still and line that up. But what I did earlier is I just did one end at a time. So I just stuck it in like this because it's a little bit, I've cut it narrower than the usual strip of this. But you could stamp it on a bigger piece and just punch it out because it is the perfect, it's actually the perfect size for this one. I think it's perfect width as well. Let's see. Yeah, it is actually. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out, I'm going to make a little handle. Let me grab a sticky note. I actually have little acetate handles that I made ages ago for this particular thing, but I don't know where they are right now. Well, I kind of do know where they are, but it means I have to get up to get them. So I'll show you how to make a quick, easy handle. What you do is you grab a sticky note, stick it on the back of your piece, then you've got a handle and you can maneuver your piece in your punch. See? And I'm going to line this up and do it in one go because when I did the one earlier today, I actually did one end at a time because this piece isn't quite the right width, but I'm using my eyes and, sorry, I'm just trying to line it up. Hopefully I'll get it. There we go. First go. Perfect. That was quicker than how I did it this morning. And then just tap that extra piece. There's an extra little piece in there. There we go. So there you go. And I just got a little bit of extra sticky note on the back. So I'll just take that off. Well, that was quicker. Why didn't I do that this morning? Didn't think of that, did I? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? All right, and now we're going to do a little bit of crumb cake around the edge of our label as well. I've gone a little bit heavier on this one than I did this morning. On the one I made earlier, I just used the ink that was left on my dauber, but I just realised I accidentally re-inked my dauber for this one, but that's okay. They're going to look different anyway. There we go. All right. Now, these ones are a little bit stark white for the tones that I'm going with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush, just putting a very little bit of ink on, taking most of that back off the brush, and then just going over the top of the piece. So you might need to do that a couple of times depending on the depth of colour that you want. Now, instead you could also do this on vanilla cardstock. It will look a little bit different. It's a little bit more yellowy. I wanted sort of more sort of browny tones, just not quite stark white. And we're going to do the same with the label, just so that they match. You don't have one that's stark white and one that's a little bit off-white. Just to sort of age them a little bit, just give them those neutral tones. There we go. That just softens them a little bit, just takes out that white. All right, now while we are inking, we are also going to sponge dauber some crumb cake around our DSP. We can go quite crazy with this. Really get that ink distressing on there. You can also take a pair of paper snips or scissors, open your blade and distress the edges as well if you want to, or if you've got a distressing tool, you could do that as well. That would look really nice, but I just thought this was a quicker way than doing that today. You've probably seen me do that before with the scissor distressing. I do love adding distressing to my projects. I haven't done a lot of distressing lately. I've been doing a lot of more sort of plain, simple designs of projects. So it's nice to get back to my favorite techniques. And this is one of them. I just love how it alters the paper a little bit too. If you wanted to, you could even go over this with a little bit of the blending brush and crumb cake, but I didn't want to add too much to this one, just a little bit around the edges. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the label as well. We've already die cut the label, I did all the die cutting earlier so that I could get the project done a lot quicker. Most of you probably know how to do die cutting, and if you don't, I do have die cutting on some of my other videos. Feel free to have a look, but we have machines for that. We've got a large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we've got the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we've got the dies. We've got lots of different dies to do the die cutting of all different sorts of shapes, which is fantastic. Back in the day when I started crafting, when I started card making and scrapbooking, we had to go and use the big industrial die cutting machine at the scrapbooking shop because we didn't have home die cutting machines back then. And then eventually when they did bring them out, they were big, heavy things, and you could only use certain dies with them. Yeah, and you were quite limited, and they were quite expensive back then too. They're much more affordable these days, I feel. Okay, so that's all of our inking and distressing and all the things. So I think now we are ready to put that all together. Now, first of all, what we're going to do with this, I'll take that away. We're going to extend our banner, because you'll notice, see how this banner is really long? Well, it looks really long, doesn't it? But there's a little secret. So this is the actual size of the banner, but what we're going to do is we are going to take a little bit off the top and extend it, because guess what? Nobody sees the back, so they're not going to know, and they'll think it's one piece. So we'll bring in our paper trimmer. We're just going to take off 1.5 centimeters from the top. Okay, and now we can extend our banner and make it longer, and make it look longer on our project. Okay, so what I'm going to start with first, so we've got all of our pieces now. Hang on, I'm molting. I've got hair everywhere. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our little pieces. The other thing we need to do too is this leaf that I die cut from the Nature's Symphony dies. Okay, we're going to cut this in half. So you'll see when you die cut this, you've sort of got like the two leafy sections. We're just going to separate those. Okay, so we'll separate them down here into two pieces. Okay, so we've got those. Right, and now we are ready to construct. Of course, I will put an insert in this one. You don't have to if you don't want to, because you can write on the crumb cake and see it quite well. But with the darker colours, for instance, like the Mossy Meadow, you would want to put a insert in there, which I always do, but I don't normally do them on my Facebook Lives because it just takes extra time that you don't need to see me do that. You can do a little bit of stamping in there, add a little strip of DSP or something, decorate it up. You can even add a die cut in there. But I don't normally do the inserts on my lives most times because it just takes extra time. Okay, so I'm going to just adhere our designer series paper, and this glue is getting low, but I've got another one on standby because I'm not sure if this one's going to last. And I'm just doing a standard fold today. So this is just an A4 sheet of cardstock, cut in half, folded in half again. Not doing any fancy folds today, just keeping the card base very simple. I do love a good fun fold. We are doing some fun folds in my class this week, but for today's card, we are keeping things simple. Now, if you don't want to do all that extra inking, all the extra steps, and you just want to keep it even more simple, you can easily just put the designer series paper on there, put all of the different shapes on there. You don't even need the leaves if you don't want to. You can keep it as simple as you want, but I just stepped it up a little bit with all the extra stuff because, you know, that's what I like to do. Okay, I'm going to bring back in my grid paper for a moment because we're going to do the banner now, okay? So what we're going to do is we'll just take a little bit, and I'm going to use my grid paper to help me line this up and get it all straight. So we're just going to add a little bead of glue along there, And I'm going to use my grid paper to line that up. And we're just going to take the cardstock. I'm a little bit shaky at the moment because of all the meds that I'm on. They make me a little bit shaky. So if things aren't quite exactly straight today, please forgive me. It's all my asthma medication. This makes me a little bit shaky. There we go. And then, okay, so make sure we've got that lined up. We can bring that over here. So we've got that lined up, we've got that lined up. So that's all good and straight. And then with the bottom one, put some along there. And we're going to take that up. Now you can have this bottom part of the banner however long you want to have it. I liked the length that I sort of got it here. So I'm just going to lay this one down beside it so I can kind of see, oh, I've got it about right actually. And then again, I'm just going to use my grid paper to line this up and make sure I get this straight. So I'm looking at this edge. Oh, and I also want to make sure that I've got this lined up with this so that it looks like it's a single banner. So I might need to move that over a little bit actually. Slide that over a little bit. Line that back up. Make sure I've got this all straight. Make sure these are fairly well lined up so that it looks like it's one piece. They might not be exactly perfect, but it's over a little bit on that side. Over it. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, and then press that down. If you need to add a little bit of extra glue, like I have here, you can go back in and just add a little bit of extra. I can add it here to the cardstock just to make sure that that sticks all the way down. There we go. And then that's what it looks like from the back. So nobody sees that, right? And so when you see it from the front, it looks like it's one banner. Cool, hey? Okay, now I've got sticky fingers. So next, what we want to do is we're going to construct our centerpiece here. So we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our bunny. So that is our foam, whoops, sorry, bumped my light. That's our foam adhesive. Julie says, I think you would be mastered fussy cutting then. I think you would have mastered fussy cutting then. Oh, what was in that response to? I can't remember what I said now, Julie. I said something. Okay, so we're getting bunny lined up. What did I say? I don't even remember what I said now. I'm not bad at fussy cutting. Amber is better than I am. She's got a keener eye for fussy cutting than I do. But I'm not too bad. I don't do a whole heap of it. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. I guess I do probably do quite a bit of fussy cutting, really. All right. So that one is done. So we've got that piece all ready to go. We're going to adhere. We're going to take this away again now. We're going to adhere our leaves. So we want the longer piece. So the two pieces that we cut apart. Actually, we can cut this stem bit off. We don't need that. The longer piece, you see there's two pieces, is going to go down in this corner, and the shorter piece is going to go up in that corner. So we don't even really need all of this because you're only going to see this. So if you want to, you can cut the rest of this off. See, shaky. There we go. And you can use these leaves. If you trim those up nicely, you could use them for another project. So you can save those ones. Okay, so we're going to pop those down there in that corner and that one up there in that corner. So let's get some glue on those. Don't need a whole heap, just need a little bit at the tips. Oh, sorry, at the base, I should say, not at the tips, at the base. Put them down at an angle. Like so. Oops, stuck to my finger. And this one. So what's everybody else been crafting this week? Or this weekend just gone? You all been doing a bit of craft? Did anyone get anything made over the weekend? Are you all crafting with me now? Who's crafting right now? Let me know in the comments if you're crafting along with me. Okay, so that's that. You just double check that that is going to fit perfectly. Yes. And we're going to turn this over and put our dimensionals onto the back of this one. Get my trusty handy dandy take your pick tool. Can't make a project without it. Just love it so much. So I'm going to put some dimensionals at the top there on that top of that label part, and then we're going to put some below as well on the cardstock part. So we want a lot on this one just to make sure that it's nicely supported, well supported and stable. And again, I'm going to put some down the bottom here on the DSP piece. And I might add an extra one here because it's DSP and it's lighter weight. Oh, the backing came off that because I've got sticky fingers. Just to make sure that that is well supported. I was talking about die cutting back in the day. Oh, yes. And having to go to scrapbook store. Yes. Yes, I guess I did do lots of fussy cutting back then too, Julie. Yes. Yeah, that's what we did. Did lots of fussy cutting. We did a lot of things differently back then too. Everything, pretty much everything was heat embossed, like all of our images. We would do heat emboss images and then colour them in with our colouring tools. Didn't really have a lot of two-step stamps back then and things like that. Yeah, a lot of things were done differently back then. Okay, so we're going to adhere our bunny on here. And I'm going to move it up to the top a little bit more. Make sure that I've got it lined up side to side. That looks about right. Looks like a good thing. There we go. Little bunny bunny. And then our sentiment is going to go on here. Oh, my tummy is so rumbly. It's hungry. I should have eaten before I went live today, but I didn't, and now it's telling me all about it. I'll have to have some afternoon tea as soon as we finish. And I didn't make a cup of tea today to bring in with me because I kind of ran out of time, actually, to be honest. I'm going to pop that one there. Now, this little one here at the end, we need that one up on 2 layers. So I'm going to add an extra one to that because that one's going to hang off the edge here, and we've already got this one up on 1 layer, and I'm adding an extra layer. So this end one that's going to hang over the edge needs to be 2 layers. So I've got 1 layer, 2 layers, so that when it hangs over the edge, it'll be even with everything else. There we go. So it'll sit nice and flat there. Good. Okay, and then, so that one is spare. We need to add our blingy bling bling and our twine. Now I've got some leftover linen thread from my previous roll, so I just chucked it all in. When you get the linen thread, you do just get 1 roll, but I kind of had a couple of packets on the go at the same time. I love the linen thread. It's so versatile, and you can use it on just about anything because it's a natural twine. It goes with everything. So I love it. I use it all the time. All right, we want a decent size bow with longer tails. We want longer tails today. Sometimes I do little short ones. Sometimes I do longer ones. Today I want slightly longer ones. There we go. And do you find your bow always has like a right side? Like one side will always look better than the other side. So find which way. I feel like mine goes better that way today. Might need to trim those ends up a little bit. There we go. And if your twine is not behaving itself, take a bone folder and use a bone folder to curl it the way that you want it to go, okay? And if you don't have a bone folder, you might be able to do it with a clear block too. All right, we're going to take a little bit of glue dot. We don't want a whole glue dot because the glue dots are a bit too big, but I've got a little globby bit, which was half of the one I used earlier today, for on the back of our linen thread, because it's quite fine. If you used a whole glue dot, you'd have glue oozing out everywhere. So I'm just going to pop that there at an angle, because we've got this at an angle, so we're kind of going on the diagonal. We've got the leaves going on the diagonal as well. And then we're going to untwist the ends of our twine to separate them and just rough them up with the fingers a little bit and our fingernails, just to give a bit of extra texture. There we go. And then we'll do this one. So just unroll them in the opposite direction so that it separates the fibres. Rough them up. There we go. Cute. And then we just need our bling, which I've got right here. Oh, yeah, colouring with chalk days, Amber. That's right. We did do a lot of colouring with chalk back in the day. Oh, my goodness, yes. We had these little chalk blocks, and we had a little tool that was like a handle with a clamp. I've still got it somewhere. And these little tiny pom-poms. And we used to get the pom-pom, we'd rub it on the chalk. The chalks actually that I had were Stampin' Up, believe it or not, way back when. And they're in a palette, like a makeup palette. And we would rub the chalk on them, the little pom-pom on the little claw clip thingy. And then we'd colour our images with the chalk. Yes, I'd totally forgotten about that. I've still got them. They're in my tools drawer. But I haven't pulled them out for a long time. Yeah, colouring with chalk. What's some other techniques? Anyone remember any of the other old techniques we used to use back in the day? Or different colouring methods we used to do? So many different things. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So that is our card finished already. That didn't take long, did it? Well, I had all the die cutting done earlier too, so that kind of helped. But there you go. So let's have a look and see the two different cards and tell me which one you like better. Do you like the bunny or do you like the deer? I might have to do a third one, not right now, but I might have to do a third one to do the duck as well. So I've got this whole set of 3. What do you think? Really quick and easy card to make. Because, I mean, the first 40 minutes or almost an hour of this live, we were just chatting and I was telling you all about all the things. Oh, you've still got yours too, Leonie. You use them a lot for your scrapbooking pages, your chalks. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. Stampin' Up has the chalks now. They've got these ones, so it's a bit different to before because these ones are, well, they call them soft pastels now, so I won't open them over the top of our similar sort of product, but yeah, they used to come in a palette, but these ones are actually ones that you can hold and you can use directly, but can kind of do the same sort of techniques with them as well. This is an older set that I've got. I think the colours in them are a bit different now, the ones that are currently available. Oh, now I've got to try and fit it back. There you go. You prefer the colours in the bunny card, Leonie? Yes? That's your favourite one? Oh, thanks, Julie. I'm glad you like that. You love the layout. Such an easy layout. And as I said, you can like change that layout up. Like the basic layers are, you've got your layer here, layer, 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 and then your sentiment you could put anywhere. You could put your sentiment down here. You could put it, you could have it all centered and have it in the center. Yeah, and you can use this layout for any card, any stamp set, any designer series paper. Yeah, whichever. It's just a really great layout, really easy one to use. And the great thing about this layout is even though I use dies for these 3 layers here, if you don't have dies and you've got a punch or you don't have the same dies I've got, you could use a punch here. You could even change this shape up. You could use, we've got, I'm just reaching here, we've got the modern oval punch as well. That would look really nice there as well. Or you could even do a smaller square. So you could do a square on a square, and then you can cut your own if you don't have tools like that. Like if you're newer to crafting and you don't have some of these other tools, just use what you have and just use your trimmer to make your own. And to create this here, this I used a die, but to do it with cardstock, all you need to do is, I've got a couple of spare ones here because I was messing around with colours, but say that was just a rectangle, all you do is you put a little snip up the middle here, and then you just go from the corner to the tip of your snip, and then the other corner to the tip of your snip, and you create a banner. This one's got a slight little curve on it because that's the design of the die. But if you had just a straight banner, that would look great too. So yeah, so there's some ideas for you all. I hope that you liked that. Chitska likes both. Robin loves the bunny. Oh, thanks, Leslie. No worries. Thank you so much. I hope that you are going well, and Glenn's going okay, and I hope that you have a good rest of your week as well. Yeah, so there we go. So there's the two different designs, and using designer series paper here, whereas on this one for that banner I used cardstock. But we could do some stamping on the background in that one too, using some of the other stamps from this set. Could have used this one or this one or this one to stamp on the background to give a little bit. Actually, because the floral design on this one is a little bit sort of like a splodgy kind of floral look, could have even used some of these splodges. Could even use a little rabbit splodge actually in the background, or just use the flowers. Yeah. So lots and lots of ideas, lots of options. Have fun. I'm going to tip the camera back up to my face now so that I can say goodbye to all of you lovely people face to face. Bear with me 2 moments and I will adjust this. Oh, I better flip the camera first, otherwise I'll make you all dizzy. Let's get that to the right height. There we go. Okay, and flip. No, not flip. I've already flipped. You take my little washi tape off my camera. There we go. So I've got my bunny and oh look, my deer is going to sleep. He's laid down. There you go. You stand up. There you go. My bunny, my deer, my rabbit, all the creatures, and there we've got our 2 little cards. Cute, hey, they're so cute. Such a beautiful stamp set, and for only $9. Oh my goodness. So get that one in your shopping cart. Here it is here. Notes of Spring, only $9. It's the product of the month for March. Only $9 when your order is $125 or more in the online store. So you will see that one pop up. If you don't see it pop up, because it should pop up and say that you are eligible for product of the month. If you don't see the pop up when your cart gets to the required amount, you can put in the name, like you can search for the name of the stamp set, Notes of Spring, or you can put in the code, which is 167979. Lots of 9s in that one. Just remember too that if you are doing an order and you did want to get the product of the month, whether it's this month or one of the other months with the product of the month, every month there's a new product of the month. There's a different product every single month for product of the month. So very soon we'll see what next month's is. If you're adding if you've got Stampin' rewards and you're applying those to your to your order, it will drop down your total. So if your total then goes down below that $125, the product of the month will jump back out of your cart. So just make sure that your total is $125 or more. So if you are using Stampin' rewards, then make sure you top it up with some adhesives or something so that you get back over that $125. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, Leonie, for our class. I've got to rest my voice till then so that I can talk for 3 hours. Yeah. Okay, great. So if you have any other questions, feel free to get in contact with me. Remember, I've got those other classes coming up. Make sure you check the links that I put in the comments for all the things and navigate to where you would like to go, what you'd like to look at, what you'd like more information on. Remember to check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. Don't forget about my blog as well. You're going to see this back to front, but you did see it down on the desktop during my video as well. Make sure you check out my blog. There's lots there on my blog, lots of creative inspiration. These projects will be on there this week in the next couple of days when I can get there, when I can get them there. I usually have it done by Wednesday, but I've got a lot on this week, so we'll see. And my website too, there's lots of stuff over there too. So check out all the things. Well, I hope you all have a great week. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go make myself a nice warm cup of tea and take my puffer so that I can breathe. And I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We have still got, next week is actually the last one on Daylight Savings Time. Then we switch back to normal time. Boo-hoo. Like my daylight savings. Yeah, so have a great week, everyone. Hope you get some crafting in there and take care. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.